Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. Our group will explain the objective of macroeconomics from the conventional perspective in Cameroon. Sit back, relax and enjoy the video. My name is Mardhiah Wadhihah Binti Zainiddin from TAC1104H. I now come to the first part of our video. In this part, I will explain Cameroon. Cameroon or the Gulf of Guinea is a Central African country of varied terrain and wildlife. Largest city is Douala, the country's main port and economic capital with its commercial and industrial activities. The political capital is Yaounde, the second largest city located in the south-central part of the country, with an area of 475,650. This country is almost as large as Spain, or slightly larger than the US state of California. The official language are English and French. However, French is commonly used language. In 2020, the total population of Cameroon was estimated 26,545,863 inhabitants according to the United Nations.
Assalamualaikum everyone. I'm Mubassyirah Binti Tajudin Anuar. Firstly, I will describe high and stable economic growth in Cameroon. Cameroon is the largest economy in the Central African Economic and Monetary Community (CAMAC), a region experiencing an economic crisis triggered by the decline in world oil prices. The activities of the services, manufacturing and agro-industrial export sectors, particularly trade, have thus experienced a sharp slowdown. Real GDP contracted by 2.4% in 2020 compared with growth of 3.7% in 2019. This 6.1 percentage point decline in economic activity is largely explained by the fall in world oil prices. Cameroon's growth target, which is a real GDP growth rate of roughly 8%, which is 5.7% per capita, between 2015 and 2035 will be affected by the COVID-19 crisis and is expected to be negative 0.2%. Subject to the availability of a vaccine and the gradually recovery from COVID-19 pandemic, the Cameroon's economy, supported by the recovery of the world economy and international trade, could return to pre-pandemic growth level as early as 2021. Growth should reach 3.5% in 2021 and 4% in 2022. Inflation will be 2.3% in both years, below the 3% standard established by the Central African Economic and Monetary Community.
My fellow group member has enlightened you on achieving high and stable economic growth. It is my turn to explain about the next objective, which is to achieve full employment. Full employment does not mean that there is no employed or jobless people in the economy. It is difficult to assume that full employment refers to 100% of the labor force being employed. Some people are unemployed as they could be moving on to new jobs and choose to resign, or they could be looking for another job. If full employment cannot be achieved at 100%, then it will be impossible for unemployment rate to reach 0%. The problem of unemployment in Cameroon from labor force participation, which is the amount of people that are involved in the working age population from 1999 to 2020, there was a positive growth of 3.06% in the labor market from 2007 to 2010 in Cameroon. Cameroon facing cyclical unemployment, which occurs due to the lack of demand in the business cycle or recession. Cameroon is experiencing this type of unemployment due to the individuals being unemployed caused by the pandemic COVID-19.
Assalamualaikum and have a nice day everyone. My name is Mubassyirah Binti Sabri. Now it's my turn to paint a picture of price stability in Cameroon. Price stability occurs when there is little to no change in the economy over a period of time. This means that there is a lack of inflation or deflation occurring with prices. In Cameroon, when the price of products and services rise over time, this is referred to as inflation. It refers to any increase no matter how large or tiny the costs are. The various degrees of inflation will be examined in this section depending on growing prices or the rate of inflation. According to the Federal Reserve, price increase of 2% or less enhance economic growth. This level of modest inflation leads customers to believe that the price will continue to rise. In Cameroon, two main effects are expected from the devaluation. The decrease of the value of the local currency increases the price and the value of imports in foreign currencies. This effect is called price effect. On long-run landscape, devaluation generates volume effect. The decrease in price of exported product increases the quantity sold abroad. At the same time, the increase of price of imported products reduce demand of foreign goods except for some raw material.
Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Munirah Binti Muhammad Sabri. Have you heard about the gap between the rich and the poor? I would like to show you about the income distribution in Cameroon. Cameroon is a lower middle income country with a population of over 25 million in 2018. GINI index measures the extent to which the distribution of income or consumption expenditure among individuals or households within an economy deviates from a perfectly equal distribution. Cameroon GINI index was 39.8% in 2018, up by 0.00% from the previous year. Two causes of poverty in Cameroon and reasons for the gap between rural and urban poverty are a lack of infrastructure and an education system that fails to develop alongside shifting labor needs. This lack of infrastructure, which limits transportation, cuts off those who live in rural areas. In Cameroon, 43% of the population has little or no formal and primary education. What's more, 67% of the population that is of working age has received no further training in developing job sectors, leading to a significantly higher level of unemployment among youth. This double-edged sword hits residents in the countryside. They have higher odds of living in poverty because of struggling infrastructure and inadequate educational opportunities.
I am Fatin Hanis Binti Hasli, and today I would like to share with you about foreign sector in our selected country, Cameroon. Foreign sector mean economic transaction or activities that take place beyond the political boundaries. It includes transactions such as import and export, investment in other countries, and inter-country tourism. A country will try to get an overall surplus of balance of payments, BOP, that indicate greater inflow than outflow of money. If a country faces a BOP deficit, it means that the country will have to borrow from other countries, and that will lead to high debt problems, whereas a prolonged BOP surplus will lead to inflation. Thus, it is important for a country to understand and determine the favorable scale of their BOP. According to UNCTAD World Investment Report 2020, foreign direct investment (FDI) inflow to Cameroon, traditionally low compared to the potential of its economy, reached $782 million in 2019, increasing slightly compared to $765 million registered in 2018. FDI stocks are estimated to represent $8.4 billion in 2019. Most of FDI comes from the European Union, particularly France and Germany, and target the mining industry, including oil extraction. However, China has become a major investor in the country, carrying on large infrastructure projects.